Have you ever done something that truly made you feel alive? Maybe that be a vacation or a road trip? Well, how about a road trip with 3 other strangers in a foreign country thousands of miles away? Well, yeah, that's exactly what I did, as me and 3 others spent a week living in a camper van traveling across the Lofoten Islands in Norway. Known for being one of the most scenic places in the entire world, Lofoten was very high up on my bucket list. It's been given the nickname of the land where the sun never sets, and that's because from late May to late July, well, yeah, it's actually true, the sun never sets. This phenomenon known as the midnight sun is something I've dreamt of seeing for a very long time. With 1 full week to discover as much as Lofoten has to offer, well, it was time to get this road trip started.
All right, we've made it. Welcome to beautiful Lofoten, Norway. And it's kind of funny, like 2 weeks ago, I didn't even expect to be here, but I got a crazy text from someone I met in Bali inviting me to come out here for like a week-long camping trip. Basically, there's 4 of us traveling in this camper van, and we're kind of doing like a miniature road trip across northern Norway. So actually, 2 of the people that I'm traveling with, I had actually never met before this trip, so it's a little bit spontaneous.
When I was invited to this trip, like I did no research whatsoever. So I was like, where do you want me to go? I come there, but I never Googled anything. So I have no clue that this spot is like a really famous one. Everything's new to me and everything's like, I'm just really spontaneous and it's just great. So
It's the best way to do it, spontaneous.
So our first journey started at one of the most famous hikes in all of Lofoten. And to be quite honest, it looked a lot easier in the photos.
Well, we're about to start this hike, and it's looking a little bit steep, but hopefully we'll get through it, no problems. You excited about this?
very, I don't know if we're gonna make it because it looks very, very steep.
It looks very steep.
But I'm a German, so it should be doable.
So apparently it's like 1 to 2 hours all the way up, and it stairs the entire way. Yeah. We're getting there.
In Germany we say, Sport is Mord.
What's that?
Sport is murder. And I think that pretty much sums up how I feel right now.
Yeah, this isn't the easiest hike in the world.
This is very humbling.
Yeah.
Wow. And
It's definitely worth it.
this is the best view I've ever had.
All right, it's the most important time. It's really the only reason I hiked up this mountain. We found these today, some Arctic beer. I think it's like a Norway brand. So we each got one and about to try it.
Skål.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful for like the opportunity to like do kind of stuff like this. Just like to live in, I mean for me to live in Norway, being able to just like travel and see these kind of things with my own eyes and not just through Instagram. thankful for like having people that support me when I'm doing stuff like that. Like just going to Norway with no reason actually. But yeah, I think my favorite memory was yesterday evening, like when we all out like couldn't stop. I can't even remember why we started laughing.
Nah.
It's so funny. I was like, it's something about like making water or something.
I think I'm thankful that like 2 months ago, I didn't know any of you existed. And I think it started with meeting you in Bali, and then that led me to meet you guys. And I'm grateful that we developed like a friendship and that you guys are all here on this trip. I'm sad that in like a little more than a month I have to go back to school, which like after the last 6 months were like the best of my life, that now going back to school kind of sucks, but I'm happy that I had all these experiences that'll be memories now.
Yeah, this will be memories one day. Being up here.
Yep.
I'm glad I met you in Bali. Yeah, I'm glad
too.
you met him. Yeah, you're welcome, everyone. I forced Joe to join me on a ride
Thank
through
you,
with,
thank you
with
a lot.
Daniel.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm just thankful for being alive because like there's a chance I wouldn't be, and so just experiencing all these things and just sitting here looking at this view is just, I'm just thankful for being here.
As I sat there talking and laughing with my new friends, it seemed like in that moment, nothing else really mattered. I always find it so interesting to hear about other people's journeys and struggles and see where they came from. Although I hardly knew any of these people just a few days back, I could tell that a serious friendship and connection was beginning to form, even in such a short amount of time. Just being able to open up and connect with people of such a similar mindset and outlook on life, it became evident to me that true human connection is one of the most powerful things that exist on this earth.
Fortunately, we spent quite a lot of time up here, but it is getting a little late, so we're gonna head back down, all the way down there to the camper van. All right, we'll see you at the bottom. Whew. We made it from all the way up there. Legs are shaking right now. We did that in like 20 minutes.
I can't even walk.
As we searched around for a place to sleep that night, we decided to set up camp right on the beach, and that got me thinking. There's still a few things I need to check off my bucket list.
All right, we're about to run into the Arctic Ocean. I don't know whose idea this was, but let's do it.
So, for the first time in a while, I seemed to really embrace the present and the people I was with. Not always having to worry about the future and what's going to happen when this all ends. Despite freezing my ass off in that Arctic water, this overwhelming feeling of freedom and joy had taken over me, just being able to fully embrace life and all that it has to offer. It was in that moment that all of my worries had just drifted away, leaving this pure sensation of happiness.
Oh, all right, well, we are finally all showered up. Just trying to talk a little bit quiet because, believe it or not, it's actually like 1 a.m. right now. Yeah, it's crazy, but we missed out on another midnight sun. This is the third night in a row where the clouds have kind of ruined things for us, so we still got 4 more days, so I'm hoping that one of these nights we'll get to see the midnight sun. But yeah, it's just nice to not be freezing anymore. All right, it is officially the next morning, and yeah, we're starting out strong with another hike. Unfortunately, the fog's kind of lingered, but we sent the drone up earlier, and it looks like at a certain altitude, we're gonna get above the clouds and the fog and have some clear skies. It's so green over here, it's incredible. Well, all visibility is like completely gone off the mountain now. We're like right smack in the middle of the clouds.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Well, it looks like we're finally getting above this layer of fog or clouds or whatever. You can see all sorts of mountains in the background. Skies are clear blue up ahead. It's really nice to see because it's been so foggy and cloudy lately.
That looks actually pretty good. Why does that look so good?
Oh man, I'm absolutely exhausted from all that rolling and running and all that. Oh jeez, we almost lost one. But we are starting the trek back down the mountain. Got a long way to go. This is not gonna be good for the legs. The plan is we're gonna head to a brand new campsite, which I guess is like right on the beach. So hopefully if it stays sunny for the midnight sun, we'll get back in the water and freeze my ass off again. But it'll be worth it. Oh, all right, officially made it down. That was pretty brutal, but at least it's kind of cloudy again, so it's not as hot. Finally got my water. So yeah, we're gonna head on out to the campsite and hopefully take a swim there. All right, so we made a quick pit stop at some little grocery store and we picked up some good old prime. So we're gonna do a little taste test right now. Oh, how's the smell?
It smells interesting. Like really, really sweet.
That's not bad. Really
So,
good.
let's taste it.
Let's do it.
Cheers. It tastes like chewing gum.
That's not bad.
But it's good. It's good chewing gum.
A big thank you to Prime and Logan Paul for sponsoring us. Yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
In Germany we say in diesem Sinne, Prost.
What he said. All right, so how's the trip going so far?
It's actually going pretty well.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. Hold that.
Oh,
Okay.
The trip is actually going really, really well. We went on a second hike today. My legs were dead halfway up, so it was really, really brutal as well. and I was also very unfittingly dressed because I had this was okay, but it was white. So going on the hike with the white pants is not the best idea I've ever had. And I also only had this one with me. And once we were above the clouds, it was just so hot, and I had to take it off, and everyone was able to see like my perfect physique. Why are you laughing, Joe? My physique is so perfect.
But yeah, we just stopped real quick because there's so many like beautiful little spots to pull over, and it's unbelievable like how beautiful all this landscape is. Okay. All right, well, unfortunate news. I think, I'm not 100% certain yet, but there's a chance that I may have lost my GoPro and all the footage with it, which is not fun to think about. But anyway, on a more positive note, unfortunately, it's still really cloudy, which the forecast said it was going to be sunny for the midnight sun, but yeah, it's not looking too promising. So there's this mountain right outside our campsite, and there's not really a path, but we're just going to hike straight up it and hopefully get above the clouds in time for the midnight sun. You want some beer? Come here, buddy. All right, well, yeah, there was zero trail at all.
Unfortunately, the higher we seemed to climb this mountain, the more we realized it just wasn't possible. We had even gotten to a point where we could see the midnight sun right there peeking just above the clouds, but safety had begun to become a real issue at this point, and it just wasn't smart to continue any further.
Yep, it's 12:30, and we are like 400 meters on a random mountain. Woo! All right, let's go. Well, we found some company.
So weird how they make those noises.
That was them? What?
I think the best I can now is just to follow them.
They know the way. Follow the sheep. Be careful. You good? So we're trying to make it down. As you can see, there's complete opposite of any sort of path. It's just rocks and grass and stuff. I don't know how those sheep made it up there. That was crazy. But yeah, we're about what, 1/3? One third of the way. Okay. It's like 1 a.m. right now too, believe it or not.
What?
Perfect. Crazy girl dragged me up a mountain.
I mean, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You guys like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. We just waited here so you had to climb all the way up.
All right, it is officially the next day, and we're actually heading out to a music festival. It's completely in Norwegian, so I'm probably not going to know absolutely anything, any of the songs or artists, but Still gonna be a good time, and there's actually a pre-game party on a boat. So yeah, I'm just going with the flow, following Maya, and we'll see how it is. Well, that got a little bit more wild than I thought. So now we're gonna grab some lunch and head on off to the festival.
We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
Walking home after that festival was the first night of the entire trip where the clouds weren't blocking the sky. The only issue was, because of where we were, the surrounding mountains completely blocked any view or hope of seeing the midnight sun. With another failed attempt, this left us with one last day and one last hope of seeing the midnight sun. And on our very last night in Norway, well, what happened next? It's probably better I just show you.
Well, we finally did it. Sun's finally just going down behind that mountain. It's gonna come back up in like an hour. Waited all week. It was definitely worth it. The last night. Most unbelievable view I've ever seen.
You know, coming into this trip, I really didn't know what to expect. It's not every day that you get an opportunity to live in a van with strangers and create new memories together that will last a lifetime. Despite all coming from different backgrounds and different countries around the world, we all share a connection and desire to make the most out of our short time on this earth. It really didn't matter where we were or what we were doing. What mattered was who we were choosing to do them with. The last few months had been a bit stressful, knowing my travels were coming to a close and that I'd have to start getting back into what we all call reality. But this past week has shown me that life doesn't have to be this thing we need to just get through. I think these changes and feelings of discomfort or uncertainty are truly the key to finding success and happiness. I left Norway with this new feeling of hope and inspiration. I was given that sensation of absolute bliss and loving life that I think we all so desperately seek. So why don't I go back to that very first question I asked you? Have you ever done something that truly makes you feel alive? Alright, so before I officially ended this video, I just wanted to come on and say a big thank you to all of y'all for taking the time to watch this one. Been working on it for quite a while now, so it feels good to finally get it out there and share it with y'all. I still have a lot to share from my time and adventures spent in Southeast Asia, so that's going to be all coming out in the next few weeks. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. It actually really helps me out a lot. And yeah, stay tuned and we will see you guys again in the next one.